Welcome to another unboxing from the Player's Aid. Today, I actually received several packages. One of those was my C3i Magazine number 30, which just came out in January. I finally was able to order it and got my copy in today. If you don't know much about C3i Magazine, it's made by RBM Studio. Roger McGowan, he has done art for several wargame companies. Works very closely with GMT, for example, does a lot of banners and art for their games, as well as advertisements. And they put together this magazine kind of on an annual basis. And what comes in it is a lot of different strategy articles, things about games that have recently come out. Also, there'll be sometimes new scenarios for games that have come out. There'll also be individual counters for those games. And then a lot of times they'll provide a new standalone game. One game that we played from, I think it was C3i number 29, was Case Blue, which is a scenario of unconditional surrender. And it was awesome. Kind of an introductory level to that system, but it was definitely fun. And that came in number 29, which we got, I believe, in November, but we ordered it kind of on back order from Amazon. So I'll go ahead right now. And as you can see, the art is beautiful. And give me a break. This is my first video for the blog, but you can see there's a lot of detail on this cover. It's a really thick, stocked magazine and very well produced. So I'm very excited. This is the first one that I've bought. So I'm going to go ahead and crack it open. Comes in a really good poly bag that holds not only the magazine, but also the counters and some of the paper associated. I don't want to bend my cover. Associated with the games. I'll move that off to the side. Once again, it's glossy, very good detail, beautiful drawing there on the front. That drawing is highlighting one of the included mini games in the magazine, South Pacific by Mark Herman, which is a part of the Empire of the Sun World War II game. So if you want to, I'll kind of just shuffle through it a little bit. You can see there's different articles, things about existing games. Here's one on Andean Abyss and the coin system. So there's a lot of great detail. Also featured in this magazine, and this is really the reason that I bought this, was a two-player scenario for Liberty or Death, the American Insurrection, which came out this January, or last January, January of 2016. But this scenario is called War in the South and focuses on the years of 1780 through 1782. This game was designed by Harold Buchanan and is one of my favorite coin games, and also made my top 10 list of games released in 2016. So you can see for the scenario, they give the setup, they give the leaders, and here you can see the different elements. But really excited to try this scenario out. There's also a strategy guide, and this is really cool. I'm actually working on a coin series game buyer's guide. Have been working on it for about 3 weeks. Just trying to write up a little guide to each of the 6 volumes that have been released, and whether they're good or not. They're all good, but just what's good about them and why I recommend them. Also talking about the complexity. You can see this magazine has so much information, well worth the price. The price was $36, and then there was about $12 worth of shipping. I'm not a big fan of shipping, but it is what it is. Lots of really cool information. Very excited. So here, included in there, is the South Pacific scenario of Empire of the Sun by Mark Herman. You can see this is very similar to a standard GMT Games rulebook. The scenario is called South Pacific Breaking the Bismarck Barrier, 1942 through 43. And if you haven't played Empire of the Sun, my blog mate Alexander has done a fantastic job of writing up some rules summary. He's talked about zones of influence and the different cards. In fact, he has coming up this week a post on Inside GMT talking further about air naval combat in that game. So really excited, but there's the rules. Not going to bore you with those, but along with that, there are counters. Here's some cards. So these are some new operations cards. You can see those. You really can't tell, but that's the same quality, same card stock, same thickness, and same good detail that comes in the Empire of the Sun game that you get out of the box. So really excited about this. Looks like there's several action cards. Really like that art. Get a close-up of that. That's just fantastic. So really excited about that. So I'll put those away. Some more cards included. Actually quite a few cards. So that's one of the reasons this magazine is a little more expensive. Let's see what else we've got here. Sorry, I really didn't open this until now. But here's the counter page, and you can see there's several different games. Sorry, I've got that upside down. Several different games counters are included. For instance, right now in frame is the South Pacific scenario of Empire of the Sun. You can see there's some American troops there, Japanese troops. When you go down to the bottom, you can see that looks like there's some aircraft for one of the wing leader. I don't know if it's wing leader supremacy. I didn't look that closely. But those are Corsairs, Hellcats. So those are very, very cool. There's also Great Battle of History Alexander counters there. And over on this side, you can see there's more of the South Pacific scenario counters. Those green tanks are actually for Operation Dauntless, which came out in 2016 as well. It is a game that I'm excited about trying to get as part of the fall sale. We'll see if the GMT fall sale. But there's those counters. Really cool that these come with the game. I can put that in the game with it along with the rules, and then include those as part of my collection, and we'll try to game these out, that's for sure. So there's the counters. So back to some of the information. Here's one that I'm also pretty excited about, and I've been following this pretty closely. This is for A Distant Plane, which is a coin game designed by Brian Train. This game came out, I want to say 2014. Maybe I'm wrong in that. I actually got this on reprint on P500 early last year in April. A Distant Plane is a very good game. It is one of the more complex coin games. I think the only one more complex than it is Fire in the Lake. And what I mean by complex, the system is really all the same. The turn order track and other items are really the same, and they function the same. But why this one's more difficult is I think the situation, the scenarios, and the different victory conditions, I think for A Distant Plane are more difficult to meet than some of the other games. But what this is, I'm sorry, I kind of went long-winded on that. What this is a new bot that was designed by Vijay Arponen. I follow him on Twitter, and he designs a lot of the solitaire systems for a lot of games. I know he's working on Hitler's Reich, which is another game that I have on P500, and have done an interview. But you can see he's put together a new sheet with the bots so that you can. They're supposed to be more competitive, a little more difficult. So definitely that'll be interesting. And I own A Distant Plane, so that'll be fun. Here's Operation Dauntless. You can see there's some information for a scenario, and then I showed you the counters. So that's going to be really cool once I get that game. Operation Meridian, and this is for Wing Leader. I'd mentioned this and shown you those Corsairs and Dauntlesses, or Hellcats, sorry. So you can see there's information and stats for that. We have not played Wing Leader. I know that we have Wing Leader Supremacy coming. It's on the way, and I hope to have that later this month, and we'll try to break through that, hopefully do a unboxing and a review. So you can see these are cardstock. These would just be inserts into your game, existing game. but they're just really well put together. This magazine is, to be honest, fantastic. So this is for the Alexander module of Great Battles of History. This is the Battle of Hellespont in 321 BC. So there's another, a different scenario. Here are some standees. Yep, sorry, I have that. Some new standees for the Liberty or Death scenario and some different advertisements. You can see the small circular leaders. I tend to use the standees when I'm playing Liberty or Death, but these work very well. These are a little thinner than the cardboard counters that come in the game itself, but very cool. Also advertising some of the other games. Like I said, we've played Case Blue. That was in number 28. I apologize, I said number 29. But you can see there's RBM does a great job, not only with the art, but with their the magazine, trying to support gamers and try to make wargaming as fun as it is. It's already awesome by itself. This is also a setup card for that distant plane scenario. Really love this game. We've played it a couple of times, I think 3. I would love to do a solo playthrough. The coin game that I probably played the most has been Liberty or Death. I think I played it about 7 or 8 times. Fire in the Lake played 3 or 4 times. Falling Sky, we've only been able to play twice. We do like that, but lots of game there. But there you have it. There is C3i number 30. Once again, beautiful, beautiful production value. Amazing value for the content that you get. For 36 bucks, I in essence get articles on about 8 or 9 games, as well as some new counters, new cards, and new additions to my existing games. So just fantastic. So really excited about this South Pacific as well. I'll definitely play this with my gaming buddy Alexander soon. And if you like what you see, go ahead and order your own copy, because I'll tell you what, it's a fantastic production and well worth your money. So please check out more on theplayersaid.com. We often do AARs of war games, reviews of new games coming out. Most recently, we've done Conquest of Paradise, 1846. Alexander recently has done some more miniatures gaming. Tim also writes a lot about worker placement and other various Euro-style games, which we all love and play often. So please check us out. If you like the video, let me know, and look for any comments that you have for me. Thank you, and have a great day.